Oh, did you check in? No, I'll check you in. Come on. No, you're right.
What now? I don't know. Offsides.
Who's offside?
One of the Ajax players. Come back.
You able to pick it up pretty good?
Yeah, it's okay.
I just bought a camera, so damn, it's first time I'm using this. I'm curious. There's no stands to get up high.
Yeah, you got a video camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I mean, like, best to be in the middle, right? But it works okay. You just got to pay attention when you zoom and be careful because you zoom too tight and then every little shake, it's, give people motion sickness. Oh. Oh.
Wait, they're teaching that?
I think so. The hardest thing is discipline to keep an eye on this and not do this. Because then you're like, and the camera's that way and the axis that way. That's, man, I tell you.
How much of the field does it cover?
I mean, it depends, right? See, if I go wide, it's pretty good, but you can't see anything, right? So,
okay.
Yeah, and it's that blend. Is if you zoom in, if you turn too quick, it's like when you watch it on the TV. You get motion sickness. Yeah. So.
Ideal would be middle, up high.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, if they were like bleachers or something, then I always go, climb up to the top because then it's awesome. So yeah, in this case, you do what you can, and you gotta see where the sun is too.
Oh, okay. See when it's behind. Or in front of it.
Or behind. Have it come this way because if you're coming towards the sun, you're gonna see sunspots. Okay. And if you got a wind filter on your camcorder, like when it gets windy, definitely make sure that's on because otherwise, all you hear is just, even with it on it, you hear the whole time. Bye, Yammer. But I would recommend getting like a monopod.
Yeah, I brought a
tripod,
but it'll fold up and I can single.
The problem, I guess you could, but if you use the tripod for the 3, it's hard because you can just twist like that on a dime. The tripod, it's kind of a pain because I did the tripod for a while. And it just wasn't work. This, because this, if I need to move, I'm over there.
Oh, right.
So, and then the other cool part is you can lift it up, and kind of get that aerial.
Right.
It actually comes in kind of handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm new to this, so yeah.
No, it's this is my 3rd year doing it, so I'm still working it out. But this setup usually works pretty good, yeah. not too far. Which you would force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you?
We're the Ajax, the purple.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll play you guys this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know the Browns. They joined your team this year.
Oh, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah. Yeah. They're doing the trek all the way from
Walnut Creek.
I'll tell you, man.
You guys got a couple players from your whole team too, right?
Yeah, well, see, and this team is based out in Brentwood, and there's like 5 or 6 players that are from Walnut Creek. So, we've got like, 30-minute drive to go there for practices.
Okay.
We can't complain compared to what Mariah's doing,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
Are you guys playing after us? So have they played yet?
No, they haven't played yet.
Okay.
They have the next game.
The next game, okay, cool. Ooh.
Oh.
Good shot. Good shot. Corner. No, that's not.
Is it the flash type of...
Yeah, this has got an internal memory, and then I also got like an SD card. Yeah.
How many gigs do you use per game?
So I think this thing has a 32 gig internal, and it's got like 5 hours of storage. So it's good for a couple of games.
Okay.
Yeah. The main thing is, I don't know if you bought extended battery. I mean, that's the stock battery. When brand new would barely last a full game, so I went and bought these extended batteries. They're awesome. They're good for like 3 hours.
Yeah, so the one that it came with it. I think it's only like a 2-hour battery.
Yeah.
So I bought another one.
Okay.
Two of them.
Two. Okay, that'll work too. Yeah. See, this is actually like a extended because the original.
I see that, yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of camera cord did you go?
It's a Sony.
Sony. Okay.
Yeah. I only spent I think it was only $340.
It still works.
Sony.
Yeah.
Sony CX200. I think it just came out this year.
Okay. It's pretty compact.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to yours.
Okay. Yeah, this thing supposedly shoots in HD, but when I do shoot, it just takes up too much memory.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that too.
Yeah, I mean the thing is when you're for this type of stuff, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, see, it shoots the same AV HD, same. Yeah. The thing is when it's that big, it's too hard to work with it. Like downloading all that. And for soccer, I'm shooting at the 1920 resolution. Looks fine. Yeah, it looks great. Oh, someone got hurt.
Yeah.
So.
The purpose for me, the reason why I got it, her coach was recommending to capture her during the game.
Yeah.
She's thinking about her passes and her movements and stuff.
I started this because my kid wasn't listening to what I was trying to tell her. She kept arguing with me, so I said I'm going to videotape so I can show you. And sure enough, and then it became where now I videotape the whole team, and I've I'm the unofficial videographer for the team this season. So I'm gonna videotape and then upload it to YouTube. And it's gonna be good too. I'm gonna give it to the coach. I think he's gonna want to watch the film and maybe do stuff with it. Yeah. Just it's a little bit of pressure because it took me a long time to be disciplined enough to watch through the monitor and not watch.
So do you feel like you really don't get to see the game?
No, actually, it's okay. But sometimes, especially the exciting games, right? You just can't help but kind of get into it. You just gotta try as best you can. That's why I try and keep it back like that. So that way, as long as I'm kind of turning it. See, that's what's good with the monopod. You can turn it. You're pretty close to catching action.
Your daughter okay with watching it? You give her a couple days.
Oh,
that are kind of.
she hates it. She sees me with the camera. I mean, she's better now. She's she's improved. She's listened to I mean, now she's at a level where I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Right,
So I let the coach do the coaching.
But as far as watching the games, watching the old games, she's how do you get her to do it?
Well, that's so when we first started doing it, it was a command. Sit your butt down, we're gonna watch. And that's when she had a lot to work on. So there's a lot to show. You gotta be careful because you can't be too harsh because that's what I was. You gotta be kind of like, okay, you did good here, but you didn't do so good here. The other thing too, you'll see, because this is her first year playing with this team. This team's really good. Is sometimes she looks like she did a bad play, like made a bad pass, and then if you look at the video, you're like, oh, there was one of her players just standing right there. She was expecting that player to make a run to the ball, so she was actually kind of doing the right thing. But it's a team game, right? So if your teammate isn't on the same page, then it looks like what the heck are you doing? So there were a couple of times where I was like ticked at her, and then I looked at the video, I'm like, oh, you know what? And she would always say, she's always excusing like, oh, I was gonna do this. And you're like, yeah, sure. But then when you saw the video, you're like, well, she actually was. So it's something it's cool to do.
So now, like, if she goes to watch a game, you give her a couple days after, let her,
I mean, generally, if she's playing okay, then I'm like, if she wants to watch it, she can watch it. But otherwise, we don't even, we don't even push it anymore. So I'm doing this more now for us and for the team. Yeah, she's been, we might, if I see something glaring, I'll remember and I'll just have her watch that little snippet and say, remember this, type of thing.
So you saving every game?
Pretty much. I mean, I got like an external hard drive, so because I transfer all onto hard disk, and like for example, I probably will blow out like last year's at some point, because who needs it? And plus, I'm uploading it to YouTube, so it's there. I like to do like a sometimes I'll. By having all the video, I can, we can edit it and make like a little best hits or something. So it's good to have that for a while. But and right now, hard disk space is so cheap.
Yeah, it is.
It's you can, it's almost worth keeping on that and, or burn it to a DVD and whatever. Yeah. So.
What number's your daughter's?
She's actually, I don't know, I think she's 19. she's borrowing a jersey because they still have to order the jerseys for the new girls. Yeah, this team last season played Premier for the first time, and they finished 4th in State Cup.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, they played your De Anza Force, your top team. I mean that De Anza, that top team is like a machine.
Yeah, they are machines.
I was impressive. I mean, that was impressive.
Yeah.
But so she just joined in, and so they're still waiting. So they're borrowing jerseys from some of the older girls or something.